Hello everyone and welcome. Today we will talk about media and celebrities. We will see many vocabulary related to this topic. We will see also the passive voice for reporting. Let's start with media and celebrity vocabularies. The newspapers always sensationalize things. The newspapers always sensationalize things. To sensationalize means to make something more dramatic or exciting than it is. I honestly think that the newspaper exploited that politician. I honestly think that the newspaper exploited that politician. To exploit is to use something or someone for your own gain, for your own benefit. He's a household name in lots of countries. He's a household name in lots of countries. To be a household name means to be known by most people. All of the publicity has gone to her head. All of the publicity has gone to her head. To go to somebody's head is to make somebody feel more important than they are. Have you seen this morning's newspaper headline? Have you seen this morning's newspaper headline? Newspaper headline is the large text at the top of a newspaper page. The journalist exposed the politician's lies. The journalist exposed the politician's lies. To expose is to reveal something hidden. Nowadays, you can become a celebrity without being talented. Nowadays, you can become a celebrity without being talented. To become a celebrity means to become a famous person. My son has always wanted to have his name in lights. My son has always wanted to have his name in lights. To have your name in lights means to be very famous. She's always been in the public eye. Perhaps she's used to it. She's always been in the public eye. Perhaps she's used to it. To be in the public eye means to be seen and well known by the public. It seems like her love life is always headline news. It seems like her love life is always headline news. Headline news means news that is widely reported. The internet has supported the rise of celebrity culture. The internet has supported the rise of celebrity culture. Celebrity culture is the popular culture which surrounds famous people. The popular culture which surrounds famous people. I always vote for my favorites on talent shows. I always vote for my favorites on talent shows. Talent shows is a competition with performances by entertainers showcasing their skills. I would hate to be followed everywhere by the paparazzi. I would hate to be followed everywhere by the paparazzi. The paparazzi are photographers who take pictures of famous people without their consent. The stars were all on the red carpet this evening. The stars were all on the red carpet this evening. The red carpet is a carpet for important guests to walk on, stand on, at an event. Join us for an exclusive interview with the stars of the movie. Join us for an exclusive interview with the stars of the movie. Exclusive interview is an interview that no other source has obtained. His real claim to fame was that he could eat 5 burgers in a row. His real claim to fame was that he could eat 5 burgers in a row. claim to fame is the thing that somebody or something is known for, often said jokingly. There are so many reality shows on TV nowadays. There are so many reality shows on TV nowadays. Reality show is a show based on or around real life events. All the stars went to the opening night in Hollywood. All the stars went to the opening night in Hollywood. Opening night is the first night of a show or film. She's had a truly meteoric rise in the film industry. She's had a truly meteoric rise in the film industry. Meteoric rise is a very rapid rise, often in a career. She always wears such attention-grabbing outfits. She always wears such attention-grabbing outfits. Attention-grabbing is when something designed to get your attention quickly. Let's see now some reporting with passives. A number of structures and reporting verbs can be used in the passive voice to distance the writer or speaker from the facts. We have the first one. It is it plus passive reporting verb. Then we have that clause. It has been reported that 3 sailors have disappeared. It has been reported. So we have it, we have the passing reporting verb, Leah has been reported. The next one, the race is known to be extremely dangerous. The race is known. Here we have the subject with the race plus the passive reporting verb is known. And the rest of the clause is infinitive, to be extremely dangerous. There are said to be at least 20 boats in the search party. There are said, we have there plus the passive reporting verb are said, plus the clause of to be, to have been. To be at least or to have been at least 20 boats in the search party. Let's now match the beginnings of the sentences to the correct endings. Unfortunately, it was announced that 500 employees would lose their jobs. Unfortunately, it was announced that 500 employees would lose their jobs. Number 1. There are thought to be more than 6,000 languages in the world. There are thought to be more than 6,000 languages in the world. Number 2. Maria Callas is believed by many to have been the most talented singer ever. Maria Callas is believed by many to have been the most talented singer ever. Number 3. The escaped criminal is not thought to be a dangerous threat to society. The escaped criminal is not thought to be a dangerous threat to society. Number 4. It is hoped that many new jobs will be created. It is hoped that many new jobs will be created. Number 5. The damage is expected to cost more than $50,000 to repair. The damage is expected to cost more than $50,000 to repair. Let's see now modal verbs in the passive voice. Modals in the present can be made passive by replacing the base form of the main verb with be plus the past participle. Let's see here. You should tell Barbara the exciting news. The important thing is that you tell her the news. But here we have Barbara should be told the exciting news. The important thing that Barbara is told the news, not who tells her. Okay, the focus is on the verb of telling here, not the agent. Modals in the past tense can be made passive by replacing have with have been. Let's see here. The managers should have given Danielle more time. The main issue is what the managers failed to do. But here, Danielle should have been given more time. The main issue هنا ولا the focus is that what Danielle did not get, not the people responsible. He couldn't make it. He couldn't do it. Let's see more examples of modals in the passive voice. Phones must not be used in school. Phones must not be used in school. Modal expressing prohibition, منع, must not be used. Extra tickets may be sold on the day. Extra tickets may be sold on the day. May here is a modal expressing possibility. Possibility. Homeless youngsters should be housed here. Homeless youngsters should be housed here. Should is a modal expressing desirability, the right thing to do. It must have been mentioned on the news. It must have been mentioned on the news. Must, modal expressing strong probability. Let's do the exercise. Now we will cross out the incorrect words in each sentence. With no exceptions, seat belts must be worn at all times in the vehicle. With no exceptions, seat belts must be worn at all times in the vehicle. Number 1. I'm sorry, you should introduce to each other earlier this evening. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You should have been introduced to each other earlier this evening. You should have been introduced. Number 2. 30 people are expected to awarded top prizes at the ceremony later. 30 people are expected to be awarded top prizes at the ceremony later. Number 3. It would help if the school children could different instruments to try. It would help if the school children could be given different instruments to try. Number 4. It's been a strange tournament and there thought to be more surprises to come. It's been a strange tournament and there are thought to be more surprises to come. Now let's rewrite the sentences using the passive voice. Remember that you can sometimes omit the agent, which means the person or thing doing the action, if the meaning remains clear. Industry experts must have written the report. The report must have been written by industry experts. Somebody should have thanked the hosts of the party before we left. The hosts should have been thanked by somebody before we left. You can add by somebody here or you can omit it. The hosts should have been thanked before we left. Number 2. The journalist reported that 20 people were injured in the stampede. It has been reported that 20 people were injured in the stampede. It has been reported that 20 people were injured in the stampede. Number 3. Many people think that Pelé was the best soccer player ever. Pelé is thought to be the best soccer player ever by many people. You can add here by many people or you can omit it. Pelé is thought to be the best soccer player ever by many people. Let's fill in the gaps using the correct form of the verbs in the panel. Let's read the headline here first of an article. Criminal negligence. The police in Longerton had a surprisingly easy arrest when a robber was foolish enough to incriminate himself. Let's read first the panel. Question, sentence, spend, save, call, predict, arrest, plan, and give. Bank robber Mark Thomas is spending the night in jail before going to court to be sentenced tomorrow. Last June, Mr. Thomas, dressed in a mask and hat and armed with knife, demanded $10,000 from the cashier of a local bank. He was given the money, but at this point, Mr. Thomas' planning skills must be questioned. Instead of escaping the area, Mr. Thomas took off his hat and mask and walked into the bank next door. He tried to deposit the money and gave the cashiers his full name, address, and bank details. Fortunately, the police had been called by the original bank, and Mr. Thomas was quickly arrested. He is understood to have been planning the robbery for many months. He stated that he had been saving for a vacation, but it was taking too long to raise enough money. It is predicted that he will be given a lengthy sentence, so he will have to wait even longer for his trip abroad. Now, let's describe the news out loud using passive reporting language. Since the flood, it has been reported that 5 restaurants have closed. Number 1, it has been announced that the cup has been won by the youth team. Number 2, many homes are said to have been destroyed by the tornado. Many homes are said to have been destroyed by the tornado. Number 3, this celebrity couple are reported. This celebrity couple are reported to have married in Paris. That's it for today. Thank you so much for your attention and see you soon. Goodbye.